Welcome to this Saturday Travel and History Tip, and I've actually been procrastinating on doing this Saturday Travel and History Tip. This Indian Country Guide map is one of my favorite things to use when we are in the Southwest. It shows all kinds of exciting roads and backcountry places to go and visit, besides the main attractions like the Grand Canyon National Park. This land is like no other, with vast expanses of wild terrain, a fascinating mix of cultures, and diverse natural and human history. Travel here is a unique experience. Keep these basic elements in mind when planning your trip, and you'll get the most out of the physical aspects of your journey. Pack your curiosity and open mind too, and you'll find that your sojourn is worth a lifetime of memories. And this map is absolutely fabulous. And as far as Arizona goes, we have done most of the places that they highlight. As far as the Grand Canyon, the one place in North America that everyone seems to have on his or her bucket list is the 1904 square mile Grand Canyon National Park. Teddy Roosevelt said, "The canyon is the one great sight every American should see." In 1869, Major John Wesley Powell and crew were the first documented explorers of the mighty canyon. They courageously ran the Colorado River in crude rowboat-style crafts. 3 crew members abandoned Powell along the way, unknowingly being only a few dozen miles shy of the end. Isn't that a bummer? They bailed at what is called Separation Canyon. Powell, a one-armed Civil War veteran, challenged the one-of-its-kind canyon again in 1871. On one of Powell's later trips, English artist Thomas Moran accompanied him, and the terrific artist was pivotal in giving the world a glimpse of the indescribable countryside through his drawings and paintings of the Grand Canyon. President Benjamin Harrison set aside the canyon as a forest reserve in 1893. President Theodore Roosevelt declared the Grand Canyon a national monument in 1908. It became a national park in 1919. The Grand Canyon is one of the 7 wonders of the world, and understandably, it became a World Heritage Site in 1979. There is the North Rim and the South Rim. 90% of the visitors actually go to the South Rim. We have toured the South Rim 3 times and the North Rim twice. Both are worth going to. However, the North Rim has a limited season. Even though the North Rim is less popular, it is by far the best site for unsurpassed canyon views from a rim. It is a fabulous place, and as you can see on this map, the pink area represents the Grand Canyon National Park, and it extends well beyond the North and South Rims where most people think of the Grand Canyon National Park. It actually extends all the way to Lake Mead. During our visits to the North Rim, we always stop at Roosevelt Point. This was named in honor of Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th President of the United States, for his efforts towards the preservation of Grand Canyon. Leave it as it is. You cannot improve on it. The ages have been at work on it, and man can only mar it. What you can do is to keep it for your children, your children's children, and for all who come after you, as the one great sight every American should see. Theodore Roosevelt, when he was at the Grand Canyon in 1903. One of the other places that we've been to at the Grand Canyon is the Wallapai Hilltop, where we parked and actually hiked all the way to Supai. This is a fabulous place, and maybe I'll do a Saturday Travel and History Tip on it at some point in time. The famous falls there are what people see and think of when they think of Arizona, and they don't even realize that it's actually in Supai. After going to Supai, one of the other points that I wanted to go to in the Grand Canyon is Toro Wee Point. Toro Wee Point involves a very rugged trip. It's recommended that you take at least 2 spare tires. There hasn't been an occasion where we've had 2 spare tires, so we haven't gone that far. I hope that at one point in time we will be able to go. Many people hike to the Colorado River and cross over to Phantom Ranch and go up the North Rim. That's an extensive trail. Many people ride the donkeys down and have a great time. At one of our meetings, a lady told me how she and her husband had taken a ride to the Colorado River in a truck with an Indian guide. I actually didn't believe her. And she said, yeah, that they didn't want to take the drive on their own in their car, but they just paid an Indian guide at Peach Springs to drive them there. I thought, that sounds crazy. Well, wouldn't you know, just a few weeks later, we were having a meeting over in Vermont. An old-time friend of mine had told me that they had just driven to the Colorado River outside of Peach Springs. I'm like, you've got to be kidding. How could I have never heard about this? And she told me, yeah, we just drove. I said, well, I knew another lady, and she said they had someone drive them. She goes, oh, you can go. It's no big deal. But yes, we went. And so I was like, okay, we are checking this out. So I pulled out my trusty Indian country map, and there it was, Diamond Creek Road, a backcountry dirt road right out of Peach Springs. Springs. So I did some research and found out that if you go to the Wallapai Game and Fish, you can get a permit to drive out to Diamond Creek and you can reach the Colorado River. So we got our permit there in town at Peach Springs at the Wallapai Tribe Forestry Department. This permit says, "This is notice that Steve G. ×2 is authorized to trespass Diamond Creek 102921 on the Wallapai Reservation." So I've never seen where you could actually trespass, but we got a permit to trespass. That was kind of funny. Actually, it costs $15 each for this sightseeing excursion, and you have to agree to follow the tribal laws. And here's a little recap of the road. From Route 66, follow paved Diamond Creek Road north for 1.2 miles. The road turns to dirt and passes over a cattle guard. Welcome to the Wallapai Indian Reservation. Permit required. Diamond Creek access. Speed limit 25 miles per hour. 22 miles of primitive road conditions. Public access is open during daylight hours only, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Within half a mile, the trail begins on a permanent descent towards the Colorado River. And here are some scenes and videos from our drive down Diamond Creek Road. Because this road is in a narrow canyon, there really aren't any turns or navigation to worry about. Simply follow the main path. The road surface is very washboardy and bumpy for nearly the entire length. You'll cross wash bottoms countless times as the road meanders along the floor of the canyon. After a right turn at 5.5 miles, the scenery dramatically improves. The road continues dropping as the walls of the canyon get taller and narrower. Continue crossing normally dry wash bottoms several times. At 17.8 miles, you'll pass a small parking area as Diamond Creek joins from the right. And here we are at the 2.4 mile mark. We're almost there. From here until the end, expect water on all or part of the road. It is usually just a couple of inches deep and is a nice change of pace, but use caution after a storm as the trail can become impassable. From here until the end is the best part of the trail. The trail forks at 18.9 miles. To the left is vehicle access to the Colorado River, where the trail ends at 19.1 miles. Diamond Creek Road and the Colorado River, distance 20 feet. Arrival time 9:53, and the time was 9:53, and we were 20 feet away. And actually our little car on the GPS shows us right in the river. I'd heard about this, that you could actually drive into the Grand Canyon and right to the Colorado River. I can't explain what it feels like to actually be here and to see this. Hiking, donkeys, the only way that I thought. But thank you, Jesus. We actually drove to the Colorado River in the Grand Canyon. What a moment. It was a gorgeous day and we thoroughly enjoyed our time there. We had a great picnic and just spent a couple of hours enjoying the beauty of this extremely remote location. And in our upcoming Nugget 254, we will be doing a photo journal of our time at Diamond Creek Road at the Colorado River. So I want to encourage you to watch that video coming up this next week. Thank you, Jesus, for allowing us to visit this very special place. American history. Learn it, love it, appreciate it. Don't let them destroy our history. Share our American history. And as you can see by this sign, stop, the Supai Reservation is closed. How sad. If you appreciate our content, tell others and repost on your social platforms. And I do want to remind you to go to our YouTube channel. It's Steve Groman. Like and subscribe and click the notification bell so you'll know when we put up new Nuggets, Way Back Wednesday videos, and Saturday travel and history tips. Thank you.